You know why Team Rocket is the best evil Pokemon team? Because only Team Rocket uses Heatran as a barbecue. Hello YouTube, this is Chriz Maniac bringing you folks another Pokemon X and Y Y5 battle, and this battle is an OU match versus Stefan. So looking at his team looks pretty bulky in general. Like look at that Venusaur, look at that Manibuzz, look at that Heatran. Heatran is the Pokemon that stands out for his team because it really walls my entire team. Well, he used it properly. It doesn't wall my entire team, but he used it properly so that it can take all the hits. Anyways, looking at my team, I have a physical wall in my Gliscor, a special wall, and a rapid spinner in my Tentacruel, and the 4 other Pokemon in my team are there to hit hard. The Lucario, my Hydreigon, all the other Pokemon are there to smash holes in other Pokemon teams' team. So I lead off with my Gliscor because I want to stop Stealth Rocks. But right here, I switched out because I was expecting him to go for the Hidden Power Ice because Raikou, how do you pronounce that? Raikus are known to carry Hidden Power Ice, so it's just out right here. In comes the Venusaur, and I bring in my Mawile. And right here, he Mega Evolves into his Mega Venusaur, while I Mega Evolve into my Mega Mawile. So our Megas are both out in the field in the second turn already. So yeah, I Mega Evolve into my Mega Mawile. I just get added like an extra jaw and add the spikes and stuff. And he goes for a Sleep Powder. Fortunately, he misses, and that would suck if he actually hit that. And I just go for the Iron Head just to see if his Venusaur is a special wall or a physical wall. And from the damage, I can't even tell. I can't figure out if it's a special wall or a physical wall. Anyways, it comes Igneous, his Heatran, and the Heatran really walls my entire team. It's so annoying, that thing. It lasts for a long time, this match. Oh yeah, that's why this match is kind of long too, because he has a Venusaur and a Heatran, and those two are really hard to take down unless you have something to take them down. Anyways, he got really lucky in the third turn or fourth turn of the match with a burn on his Venusaur, and burn on the Venusaur is like one of the only, I think this is the only status effect that you can get residual damage on this Venusaur, because you can't Toxic it. Anyways, he goes for a Synthesis, and this really extends this thing's lifespan, but with a burn, it will definitely shorten it. So I bring in Shark, my Gengar. And by the way, Shark is like backwards in my name, so if you spell Shark backwards, that's Chris. Anyways, he comes Crooked, and he switches out because he is a physical wall, he doesn't want to take a special move from a Gengar. And then comes Raikou, and I go for that substitute, expecting him to switch out. And this is great because now I can just throw a Sludge Bomb at him or something. So I restore HP with my Black Sludge, and this is actually my Sub-Disable Gengar. And Sub-Disable Gengar works really well against certain Pokemon. Anyways, here starts a kind of solid part of the match, so I fast forwarded it. In goes Manibuzz, and I just throw Sludge Bombs at it, and Sludge Bomb doesn't really do much for the Manibuzz, and he had no reason to switch out earlier. And yeah, this is kind of stally and useless at the same time, so I disable his knockoff, so he can't really hit me that much. And I go for another sub, seeing what he'll do, and he goes for Foul Play, so he has both Foul Play and knockoff. So this is great, this is good scouting information for me. But I switch out because I don't want my Gengar getting knocked out just yet. And I bring in my Hydreigon, Wall Breaker for my team. I can just drop out the Draco and anything, except for this Heatran, and that's why I don't go for the Draco. I just go for the Head Smash, and actually press Head Smash on this Hydreigon. And Head Smash doesn't really do much, just Heatran. I should have went for Earthquake instead, but it was really risky against Manibuzz because his Manibuzz could have just stayed in and I would have just looked dumb right there, Earthquaking something that's not on the ground. Anyways, it brings Tsushima, my Tentacruel, and Tentacruel could really hit this Heatran. Not super effectively. I mean, it can hit it super effectively, but not really hard because I have no special attack investment in my Tentacruel. Anyways, he just goes for Protect, seeing what I'll do, and I bring in my Gliscor, and now he has to switch out because I have an Earthquake, and he has to run out by Earthquake because he is ×4 weak to ground. So out comes Igneous, and in comes his Venusaur, and Venusaur could take my hits pretty well, and I can just set up Stealth Rocks on the switch, so that's great because I need more and more hazards and residual damage on Stefan's team if I have to break it down slowly. I go for a Taunt right here, expecting his Venusaur just to go for like some sort of Synthesis or Sleep Powder or Leech Seed or something like that, and he can't go for his Leech Seed, so that's great. Anyways, I go for a knockoff, expecting him to like slowly die and stuff, but instead he has Giga Drain, and I'm like, oh right, I forgot that Venusaur has Giga Drain. That's pretty stupid of me. I should have thought that thing had a Giga Drain. But now that thing, Venusaur gets most of his life back. Well, not most of his life back, but a lot of his life back. To the point in which I can't knock it out with continued hits. So I bring in Tiamat, my Hydreigon, and he goes for Giga Drain once again. And he can't really do much to me with Giga Drain. And I know he only has 3 other attacking moves, not Sludge Bomb. So I just stay in here, drop a Draco or Earthquake or something, and destroy anything that comes in. I go for Earthquake expecting his Heatran to come in, but instead he stays in with his Venusaur. His Venusaur, like, survives, and then he could go for that Synthesis, and he has a half health again. So I'm like, no, all my hard work! This Venusaur is so annoying. And I just have it right here because I don't really do much, and I'm expecting his Mana Buzz to come in also. So we bring in Scar, and he goes for Synthesis yet again, and he has at full health now, so this is just really annoying. It's kind of exasperating seeing all your hard work, bringing that Venusaur all the way down to red health, and now it's at full health again. Well, almost full health. So I go for a taunt again, just making fun of the Venusaur, just like insulting him for healing up and stuff. I guess that makes sense because he wants to stay alive, but still, that's just so stally. Oh my goodness, I hate stally battles. But if that's what you do to win, then by all means do it. So I bring in Tsushima once again because I know he can Giga Drain me, and I know that like he can't really do much to me because he is taunted. So I bring in my what's it called, Tentacruel, and I can go for the Rapid Spin. Or not Rapid Spin, but Scald or something. And he can't Giga Drain me because I have Liquid Ooze, and Liquid Ooze would actually hurt him up when I go for that, when he goes for that Giga Drain. Anyways, he goes for a Defog, and the Point Stones go away from his side of the field, so that kind of sucks also because residual damage is taken out of Stefan's side of the field. So in comes Raikou, or Raikou, however you pronounce it, and it puts on the pressure on me, whatever. I go for a Scald, just dealing damage to everything that comes in, and it does pretty decent damage to his Raikou, especially with that burn, which is really nice. So my Tentacruel is really doing the damage, really trying to break down Stefan's team, and that's what I need to do in this situation, break down Stefan's team, so I could bring in a Super Lucario later on to destroy everything. Anyways, in comes my Gliscor gets smashed by a Shadow Ball, and I should have guessed that he would have went for a Shadow Ball, but I was expecting him to go for a Voltage or something, but he doesn't. But like a good battler that he is. Anyways, I bring in a Pokemon that could resist the Shadow Ball, and actually not resist, but take one, and I go for a Play Rough. And I just realized that this Heatran completely walls Mawile because I only have Play Rough and Iron Head on this Mawile, so that really sucks. And Heatran is doing his job of walling my Pokemon all day, every day. He's bringing on the heat. Anyways, he goes for Stealth Rocks of his own, but I bring in my Spinner, which is my Thundercruel, which would simultaneously threat him out and Rapid Spin away the rocks. So that is great. It is a 2-for-1 deal for me. And he withdraws Igneous because he is scared of a Scald, and he could bring in Raikou, but I could just Rapid Spin away right here, and he is gonna get burn damage. So it's a win-win situation for me, but I have to shout now because Raikou could go for that Voltage or something. So he still burnt his Raikou, and I actually stayed right here, expecting him to go for some other sort of weird move, but instead he just goes for a Voltage, so I'm like, ow, that hurts! And yeah, my Tentacruel is almost down. That sucks because this Tentacruel actually completely walls his Venusaur, except for that sleep Powder. But I can take a Leech Seed, I can take a Giga Drain, all those sorts of moves from this Venusaur. But anyways, I'm slowly trying to break down his Venusaur once again. I go for 2 Sludge Waves in a row, and with a burn damage, it really actually just brings him down to like almost red health, which is great. And now I am still doing my job of trying to take out this Venusaur. And he actually puts my Tentacruel to sleep, which is awesome too, because Tentacruel is a very low health, and it acts as really good sleep fodder at this point because it is near useless with low health. Anyways, I bring in Tiamat, my Hydreigon, and Hydreigon really threatens everything in his team, except his Deoxys, because his Deoxys is actually faster than my Scarfed Hydreigon. This Hydreigon is Scarfed, but his Deoxys is faster. Wow, that's incredible. I guess Deoxys Speed is the most fastest Pokemon in existence, and I guess it lives up to its name by outspeeding a Scarfed Hydreigon, so that goes my Hydreigon by 0 power. But this is great for me because this gives me a chance to go into Claire, my Sweeper, my Lucario, and I could actually destroy a whole bunch of his Pokemon up with a Swords Dance up. Anyways, he brings in Venusaur over here, and on the switch, I'll go for that Swords Dance, so Claire is dancing with her swords and ready to absolutely annihilate Stefan's team. Well, hopefully, anyways. I will finally bring down this blasted Venusaur, so down goes Venusaur, and yeah, go away. In comes Crooked, and that is his Mana Buzz, and I can go for a close combat, dealing that damage, and even though Mana Buzz is a physical wall, it gets smashed by a close combat, and down goes Manibus. And who needs Mega Lucario when you have +2 like normal Lucario? So right now, my Lucario is on a roll right now. And in comes Night Fever. He goes for a Fire Punch, but I can take one because I have a Focus Sash. Like if he doesn't get a burn, and he doesn't get a break, which is great. And he redraws Night Fever, hits Lucario. And then comes Raikou. I guess he's sacking it off. I don't know why he brought in Raikou right here, but that was a pretty useless move. Like he could have cut that Raikou for later on, and he probably would have been able to survive one Extreme Speed with his Dragonite because Dragonite's just kind of bulky. Anyways, I go for the Extreme Speed once again, and I think the only reason why his Dragonite switched out is because he has a Banded Dragonite, and a Fire Punch won't outspeed Lucario. But anyways, he outspeeds me with Extreme Speed, and I'm taken out. Actually, no, wait. I outspeed him with Extreme Speed, and he Extreme Speeds me back. So, yeah, that's over. So I bring in my Gengar, and I go for a Shadow Ball on his whole team because his whole team gets hurt by Shadow Ball pretty well, except his Heatran because his Heatran is kind of wally. It just takes all the hits of all my Pokemon. And at this point, I'm just spamming Shadow Ball, just asking for a special defense drop, but I don't get it. And he goes for a Lava Plume right here, dealing kind of good damage to my Gengar. Doesn't knock it out, but I am doing my job of almost knocking out this Heatran. I just want to take down this Heatran. And I am burnt by the Lava Plume. I don't really care because I am a special attacker, and I would only get another hit off anyways with my Shadow Ball. He withdraws his Heatran, and then comes Night Fever, his Dragonite, and I guess he sacks it off. But at this point, I just go for this disable, just trying to disable his only attacking move, well, presumably anyways. And then just go for a Shadow Ball, just knocking out his Dragonite. So down goes Night Fever, and I've cured Stefan of his fever because I've taken it out. And down goes his Dragonite. I'm prepared my burn. I only have like one hit left in this guy, and in comes Deoxys. And Deoxys would obviously outspeed me, so I switch out right here. And I bring in my Tentacruel just because I want to sack her off. And he goes for a knockoff right here, and takes out my Tentacruel. And I bring in my next Pokemon, which is my... actually forgot. Yuki, right! My Mawa. Mawa can actually do work now because his Heatran's at low health. I could go for a Swords Dance on the switch, and I could try to take out all his Pokemon that are left behind, and I can Sucker Punch that Deoxys down. So this battle is looking really good for me. It looks like I'm gonna win. So I just have to get past this Heatran and not get burnt by one like Lava Plume. That would really suck. Anyways, I go for a Sucker Punch expecting him to Lava Plume, but he goes for Protect instead to get more leftover recovery, and it looks like he'd take 2 hits from me. I go for a Sucker Punch right here, and it goes through Steel typing, and it actually destroys it in one shot. So down goes Heatran, and finally the wall is down. And then comes Deoxys, and I could just Sucker Punch for the win because most Deoxys have all attacking moves, and I could just go for the Sucker Punch and destroy this Deoxys for the win. So that was a very long OU match, but that was still really fun and epic. I hope you folks enjoyed this OU Pokemon battle. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did, and I'll see you folks next time!